A story so unusual, it's hard to believe. Fact, fiction, or autobiography? It's up to you to decide once you've read Brotherhood by Number 7, a novel from filmmaker Billy E. Ware.
They do not want you to read what I have written in this book. It was first sent to a publisher that I will not name in the year 1977. After 3 months of inquiries into the status of the manuscript, I received a small box shipped to me through the U.S. mail. Inside the box was the manuscript I had sent to the publisher with a note that read, "We are unable to publish your novel." Just that one line, and no explanation as to why. Under the note was the manuscript. It had been put through a pulp paper shredder, the kind used to shred top secret government documents. Why, you may ask, would they want to stop you from reading my story? They say it's because it tells too many secrets and that I'm a spy. Yeah, I'm a spy for Brotherhood. Now you can follow my story from my birth in the Midwestern city of St. Louis, Missouri, to the gang-infested streets of Chicago, Illinois, and into the war-torn jungles of Vietnam. But what comes after, you won't believe.
The culture of street gangs remains prevalent in society. Seeing and hearing of them still make me mindful of the days this author mentions. Overcoming life's adversaries is a phenomenal achievement for many men and women who have and still serve our great country. There are jaw-dropping and eyebrow-raising moments while reading the recollections of the author's youth into adulthood as a courageous individual and then becoming a decorated soldier in the Vietnam War. With the best producers and actors, the seats would fill in theaters to see this in movie form. Does anybody for the job come to mind?
William G. Randall Jr. gives it 5 out of 5 stars.
The book followed the author through life's experiences from birth to present day. Being a veteran, the combat accounts were surreal and brought back memories of other fallen vets. I found this book to be intriguing in the first few pages about where it would lead. It turned out to be so well written, and this kept the reader wondering on what would happen next. It helped you to envision the life of someone who was raised under tough conditions, to become a person who served our country. Even though the war was unpopular, the author made you feel the emotions of the Vietnam War soldier and the hardships faced by returning veterans. My favorite part was the experiences in the Vietnam War. I would highly recommend the book as a book of survival under harsh conditions and difficult choices that had to be made.
Fact, fiction, or autobiography, Judith A. Yacht saw it as reality and fantasy enmeshed.
The author blends his reality as a young black male growing up in a racist, segregated America and a delicious underlying fantasy. I could not stop reading the book and encourage everyone to also read it. This book would make a fabulous movie. Very well written. Definitely feels too real to not be an autobiography. A real page turner. I have read this book and it was very well written. I am going to purchase a couple of books to give to family and friends. This is the statement in the book that stayed on my mind. The brotherhood of man extends beyond the basis of skin, color, or nationality. Also, the part about Africa. Because you are held in bondage for years does not mean your home is still not your home. I enjoyed reading about the time the author spent in the war and in their brotherhood.
Five out of 5 stars. Laura N. says it's worth every second of reading.
Everyone should read an authentic, raw book that reflects on historical and cultural adversaries and good experiences at least once. The more you know about others' life experiences, the better you can make changes within and outside yourselves. I reread the book to help myself realize the writer's full experiences. I recommend this book to all ages and all readers.
I read this book on a busy schedule in under 2 weeks. From start to finish, this book is full of lessons, truths hidden from the world, and personal accounts that shine a light on impactful historic events. As I read this book, I wished it were a piece of literature brought into my college debate setting. The author's perspective is that of a young black man who served in the Vietnam War. As many educated people know, this war was gruesome, and the book sheds light on what the war actually was. Reading this life story from Billy Ware was eye-opening and heart-wrenching. It kept me on the edge of my seat. This is a must-read for anyone who wants to understand the Black and veteran experience better, which should be every American. One thing that will always live with me was in the middle of the book, on page 173, the author remembers saying to himself, "This is not what I was put on this planet for. Not for death and destruction." I think this stuck with me as something unfathomably hard to be forced into. This book was one that made me consider what humans will do to each other and how far they can push each other into situations like war, racism, gang violence, and destruction. Yet, throughout all of this, the author still chooses to love. With a broader perspective, I am a better person for reading this book. It was easy, educational, and new. Everyone could benefit from the read.